Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Belle Collective, Season 6, Episode 6. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, y'all, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. Listen, y'all, I am late, but I was not expecting Ready to Love to come back when it did. Okay, on top of all the other reviews. Also, why are the Bells only getting 7 episodes? And all 7 of them is about Glendale, his black and mild lips, and Latishia and her brunches and trying to get down to the bottom of who done it. Like, my God, today. So when the episode first opens up, Latishia is still trying to get answers. She's like, if you ever seen Glenn do anything, like in your presence, tell me, because I would tell you. She's still getting nothing. Girl, hang it up, flat screen. Please just hang it up. So then Latrice said, I don't think so. I mean, no. But, you know, whatever Amanda said, take heed to that. Girl, you already know what Glenn is doing. You know Glenn out in them streets. And let me tell you something. Every time they answer like that, that means something going on. Because I remember when I was trying to find out about that soon-to-be ex-husband, and I remember asking this girl, and she gonna say, I mean, I don't know, but I feel like where there's smoke, there's fire. Girl, you know he a pro. He a pro. You know he a pro. Like, just go ahead and tell me. You got me out here looking like Latishia in her brunches. In the next scene, it's the next morning. Now, Latishia didn't get what she wanted, so she was basically like, I just don't know why Latrice won't take accountability for the girl. Your husband needs to take accountability. Okay, that's who needs to take accountability. Now, Latrice, you're acting innocent, and I know you're not. Okay, but Latishia, you need to direct some of that smoke over to your husband. So it's the next morning. Latishia done, bunked with Marie because she was not going to be sleeping in there with Latrice. Now Latishia wearing a dang on cafeteria bonnet. I said, what is happening here? So Latrice is in the restroom and she's talking to Tambra. She said, girl, you know she ain't sleeping in the room with me. She said, because of yesterday, it leaves them in an awkward position. So they do a flashback and they show Latrice talking. And so she's talking to Tambra and she's saying Latishia wanted her to be at fault for what went on with Glendale, Amanda, and herself. But at the end of the day, Latishia's not leaving Glenn. So that's just that on that. Now, Latishia has turned this into a witch hunt. Whole time, Glenn just lying. So it really doesn't matter what you say or who you ask because he gonna do him regardless. Now, today is the day of another one of those brunches. And this time she's saying it's not just brunch, but it's also home ownership. Girl, that brunch is everything but brunch. Every time I turn around, it's one of this and it's one of that, and it's about the sisterhood, but it's also about buying shoes. And this is not just about brunches. This is also about hair vendors. And this is just not about brunches. This is all about black women in power. And this is not just a brunch. This is also about home ownership. Girl, bye. Moving forward. In the next scene, we see that Kerri is hosting the brunch. Baby, Kerri inviting everybody she see. Girl, we hosting a brunch. You should come through. Miss Kerri, baby. I like Kerri. Kerri is crazy. All the ladies are getting ready for the brunch. They all looked so nice. And Tambra said something that was really pertinent in her confessional. She said every woman should dress to fit their personality. And that y'all did. But Selena, why you around here sounding like Phaedra with that Southern Belle stuff? Talking about I am wearing 3S collection, a little Southern Belle, and a cute little hat. I was like, girl, what are you talking about? If y'all don't start being natural in this damn confessional, okay, we done been on here 6 seasons. I've been with y'all since the panorama started. And I almost gave up after season 1 because Tambra was talking real loud. Now that she's brought down her throat box just a little bit, and I've gotten comfortable with you ladies, and I love me some Marie Monroe, I am going to need for y'all to just be natural in the confessional. Just talk. That's it. Moving forward. But Marie, I liked the outfit a lot, but I did not like the shoes. I don't know. The shoes weren't given what had supposed to be gave, but baby, you looked good. That outfit was so cute on you. So they get to the brunch. And Latishia comes in talking about, this is a brunch. I'm kind of hands off. I'm used to being hands on. Girl, you don't never do nothing at them brunches. Every time I see you put on a brunch on this here franchise, you are just walking through the door. But anywho, she comes on in because, of course, Kerri set everything up. Latishia started speaking her speech. You know what I want y'all to say? Collaboration over competition. Let me hear y'all say it. Collaboration over competition. Okay, girl. So then Kerri took over. And baby, Kerri got up there to speak her speech. And that caterpillar on her left eye, aka that eyelash, baby, it was crawling off. The way that I screamed. And you know what, Kerri? Them strip lashes will always betray you. They gonna betray you every damn time. That's why you can't put them strip lashes on. They don't never know how to act right. You'll do better just putting on a little mascara, child. A fool. Baby, the way the ladies were cackling, they panned the camera over to the women in attendance and everybody was hollering. I said, child, this is a mess. At least there was some entertainment. And Kerri didn't care nothing about it. She was like, girl, I don't care nothing about these lashes. I'm here for the sisterhood. So then Latishia took back over and said that her and Kerri have been social media besties for years. She said, and y'all don't be afraid to slide in them DMs. Say what now? Girl, please do not let Glendale hear this. Why would you say that? Then Glendale gonna lie and say that he's going to start acting like this foolishness is him supporting your brunches. You know what? You said don't be afraid to slide in them DMs, so I'm just doing what you said at them brunches. No, don't give him that. And Latrice was definitely shady in that confessional. Latrice said, what? Not don't be afraid to slide in the DMs. You might not want to say that because your husband is practicing what you preach. Baby, that was funny to me. But this is just a side note. Have y'all noticed that Latrice has barely worn any makeup this season? Like, baby, she is giving fresh faced 7 episodes. Okay? Look, we only got 7 episodes. I ain't dressing up for these heifers. I know that's right. So a few of the ladies got up and they spoke and, you know, they're telling what they do and how they make a difference. But really and truly, y'all, it was just another brunch with Latishia saying things like, oh, I want y'all to be this and I want us to all get together. Y'all know how she do. Okay, like she just saying stuff that the ladies aren't living. I'm sick of it. Moving forward. So now that the brunch is over, the ladies are heading back to the vacation rental. I'm sorry, the mansion. Baby, the ladies heading back over to the mansion. But wait a minute. This was so funny to me. When Kerri's eyelash came off, because I forgot to mention this, Marie said, come here, baby, your lash is falling off. Baby, I hollered at that. I said, that damn Marie. Marie will help you out when you're in trouble, though, child. Oh, that was so funny to me. So now that they're back at the mansion, Marie, she was asking in the Sprinter on the way there. She said, girl, what you got for us to eat? Because I know, you know how she do, right? So then Kerri said, I got some Cajun cuisine. Marie said, yeah, I ain't eating that. Kerri said, yeah, I saw that man you had, so I know you like unseasoned chicken. I said, baby, not our dear friend Martin. That was so funny to me. I said, these two right here, Kerri and Marie together are very, very funny. They really are. So they back at the mansion. Kerri has matching PJs for everybody, and she told them, I want y'all to go upstairs. I want y'all to change. We're going to do a lemon squeeze. Okay, Dr. Jackie. Now, I did like the lemon PJs, and I was looking at them. I was like, are those Joy Spun? Y'all know Joy Spun. They have them at the local Walmart. Baby, when I tell you them are some of the best matching sets you could ever get. They got the quarter length. They got the long pants. They got the big moo-moos. Baby, I love me some Joy Spun, but wait till after Christmas, y'all, because they go on sale. They be on sale for like $4 or $5. And baby, I be racking up. Do you hear me? I love a good moo-moo. But anywho, that's neither here nor there. That's just a side note. So Kerri's mom and Matt's mom brought over some food. And Marie is acting like a toddler. She said, yeah, I'm not going to be eating that. I'm not. Won't be me. I have lupus. Marie, girl, go. Now, she didn't say that won't be me. I have lupus. But ever since she said that last episode, baby, I cannot let that go. But you know what? I don't blame Marie. Okay, because Kerri burning up garlic bread and everything else. Now, that gumbo did look good. It did. And another side note, baby, Matt's mama is too fly. Did y'all see Matt's mama? And how she had her cute little gray cut? I said, yes, ma'am. You better get into it. So in the middle of the lemon squeeze of it all, the doorbell rings. So Marie was like, I think that's for me. I think that's for me. Latishia, open the door. I think that's for me. I think that's my pizza. I ordered Pizza Hut. Marie ain't ate in the month of Sundays. Oh, my goodness, honey. So she got pizza at the damn door. So Kerri gets in the confessional. She said, I would never order food to someone's house. And girl, this ain't your dang on house. This is an Airbnb. And from the looks of it, pizza should have been on the menu because the girl's looking hungry. That could have been an appetizer or something. And I'm with Marie. I'm going to eat. Okay? Because everybody doesn't eat everything. And they pulled that food on out and Marie said, y'all want a piece? I said, girl, not you passing it around. She had the nerve to offer food to the other women. I think somebody took a slice. It might have been Latishia. So anywho, she's sitting there eating her pizza and whatnot. Probably had the whole place smelling like Pizza Hut. She said, look, Kerri gonna learn today. Then she looked at Kerri. She said, Kerri, grab the napkins. Marie, girl, if you don't get up and get your own damn napkins, you already ain't eating her food. That is so insulting. Baby, that is sick. So they're in the confessional saying, that was just so rude. Tambra said, I would have gone to bed hungry. Well, that's you. Because I'm not going to bed hungry. It's been 3 days and Kerri ain't put up nothing that Marie can eat yet. Okay, so she was like, look, I'm going to order me a pizza, honey. Y'all ain't finna have my stomach touching my damn back. I'm finna to eat. So Latrice was like, that's just typical Marie, honey. She going to do something shady if she don't do nothing else. So they're all sitting around, right? And Tambra brings up the brunch and how Jackson was showing out, with the outfits and whatnot, and the coast is a little bit more dressed down. But when they pan that camera to that lady, why did y'all show that lady like that? Her ponytail wasn't brushed or nothing. I said, now why would y'all show that lady? I would sue y'all. Okay, allegedly. I would have to sue y'all. Ain't no damn way. So then Kerri gonna say, that's because y'all have Jackson and we have Jackson Coast or something like that, she said. But y'all Jackson just ratchet. Let me just say this. One thing a new Belle gonna do is act like they're above Jackson. That's one thing they gonna do, baby. They are going to act like they are above Jackson. Girl, I know it was a little jokey joke or whatever, but sometimes you do act like you're high and mighty. And baby, this whole mansion without enough bedrooms is ratchet. That strip lad is ratchet. That ponytail that you were wearing when you was down there doing something special for your husband was ratchet. So, I mean, you ratchet, she ratchet. And we all got some ratchet in us. Doom, 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 doom. Hey, do the ratchet. Yeah, do the ratchet. So, I mean, she ratchet, you ratchet, they ratchet, and we all got some ratchet in us. Y'all crazy. Moving forward. Baby, they pissed Selena off, though, baby. Selena said, we ain't look ratchet at that brunch. I know that's right, Selena, honey. You better rep your city. So then Latishia is just sitting there. And she trying to help Kerri out. She said, well, y'all were talking about, the Gulf Coast. And so maybe she got offended. Kerri said, I wasn't offended. Latishia said, girl, please be quiet. I'm trying to help you. Okay, because you done called Jackson ratchet, honey. Let me help you. So then they all had a little laugh or whatever. But then Kerri said, Latishia and Latrice, what do y'all want to get out? Okay, I need y'all to get whatever it is off your chest so we can leave it here at the Gulf Coast. Please stop repeating Gulf Coast. Girl, you're running me crazy. So here go Latishia talking all that big talk. It's up and it's stuck. If anybody try to go against my marriage, or if you got something to say and I sit up here and confide in you and then you go back and talk behind my back, I'm going to be moving accordingly. That's whoever. That's you. That's Latrice. That's just anybody. Girl, move accordingly when it come to your damn marriage. Move accordingly then. So then she gonna tell me, I don't want to be around people who I can't trust. Because if I find out something, it's up and it's stuck. Listen, Latishia, take all that rah-rah somewhere else. You are being passive aggressive. Speak directly to Latrice, because that is who this is directed towards. If you got an issue, say it to her. Because all this talking in circles and acting like you gonna do something when you're really not. And I get it. Let me just say this. I get you felt like Latrice should have said something and it was her friend. You were in her home and you felt ambushed and you felt embarrassed. I get it. I really do get that. And Latrice does need to take accountability for her friend being in that space. And she knew them questions too, allegedly. I don't care what she say, but she knew them questions were coming. Even if production set it up, they got your permission to set it up, allegedly. I understand you wanted her to take accountability for that. But girl, anyway, she's like, it's not okay to weaponize my vulnerability. Girl, you're not a victim. You're not. Kerri was like, well, I love your vulnerability. That's one of the things that I really love about you. So then Marie starts talking about, you know what? I'm going to say it like this. If I know something about your marriage, I'm stepping to that man. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to step to that man. I'm going to say, if you don't stop, I'm telling your wife and I'm telling her. Girl, what? Now, why on earth would you give him an out? Ain't no way I'm going to go to your man and give him a warning. if you don't stop, I'm going to tell. So you going to let him continue and decide if he want to stop? Hell, if he had morals, he wouldn't be doing what he's doing. That was a crazy take, Marie. Now, I know, you don't went toe to toe with Glendale before, but that just doesn't make sense to me. So Latrice is just sitting around looking, and she said, yeah, everybody handles everything differently. So Marie was like, Latrice, why are you so quiet? Latrice, I'm just listening to y'all. So in the confessional, she said, I knew it was only a matter of time before Marie showed her true colors. And I kind of have to agree with that, because Marie couldn't wait to be, messy and shady towards Latrice. And it just was like, girl, y'all just made up. Y'all good now. Latrice is saying that she's tired of everybody stepping to her and coming for her when Tambra knew everything just like she did, and Tambra didn't say nothing. Listen, ma'am, Tambra is always going to keep her hands clean. Could she have spoken up? Yeah, but why would she? She don't care nothing about Latishia, and she don't care nothing about her hurting, because Latishia didn't have a problem with her hurting earlier. So, I wouldn't care either. And also, she was not there. So why would she insert herself in some mess unnecessarily? That is crazy. Have you met Tambra? Child, her and her hats ain't been finna get involved in this mess. So then Marie was like, where's the sisterhood? That's what I want to know. How we always keep getting back here? Girl, y'all ain't never been no sisterhood. Y'all been fighting since you bought them tacky bundles from Goddess Lengths. Y'all been fighting since then, since that stylist switched them bundles out. Girl, bye. Moving forward. So then the doorbell rings. And Kerri says, well, I have one more surprise. Honey, I hope it's not another one of those brunches. Because I was like, oh, honey, how many surprises can we have? Lord. So this woman walks through the door, and she says she's a minister medium. I have never heard those two words together. A minister medium? Say what now? Let me tell you something about these reality shows. One thing they gonna do is get a group of women together and have a medium. Now, she's saying her name is Dr. Latori. Did she say Latora? No, her name is Dr. LaCora Foster. That's her name. She connects to loved ones who have passed. Now, some of the ladies were like, no, ma'am. Okay, I do not want to open Pandora's box. I believe in God. It's the God in me. And they don't want nothing to do with it. Shout out to Mary. Latrice straight up told her, she said, listen, I'm Baptist, and I grew up where this was going against God. It's not of God. Now, it may be a misconception, but that's just the way that I was raised. And I thought that was a very good way to say it, especially with saying this could be a misconception, but this is how I was raised, because, as to not offend anyone else. So then the lady says, yeah, I understand. It is a misconception because it was said that Jesus was a medium. Ma'am, please. Okay. I really don't have time, honey. It's God for me every day, all day. Everybody can do what they want to do, but I'm just telling you what I'm doing. I ain't got nothing against whatever y'all got going on, but Jesus is a medium. Okay, ma'am. So then she starts saying that she's picking up these signals, and she sees a man and she sees a woman, and she lands with Selena. So she's saying, do you feel, is there a woman that passed? And so she said her mom. And she said, do you two look alike? And Selena said, yeah, we look just alike. She said, yeah, I'm hearing carbon copy. And so Selena looks at her and she said, I'm also getting a male suddenly. And so Selena said, I think that's my son. So she looks directly at production. She said, hold on for a second. Production? Okay, she broke the fourth wall. She said, did y'all tell this lady anything? When I say that was so real, and I do not think they expected Selena to break that fourth wall like that. Because, listen, I am always skeptical. So the fact that she broke that fourth wall and was like, did y'all tell this lady something? Because if y'all did, I need to know, and I need to know now. So Selena starts crying, and the medium is giving her, that she's hearing there was no justice, and she may have a part of this person's clothing. So then Selena said, yes, I still have the clothes that my son was unalived in. But her son sent a message to her saying that he doesn't want her to grieve herself to death. And she said, I cannot help it. And I was like, oh, poor Selena. You know what? It's a mother's love that will always cause you to feel that pain. Because I don't know how you could close that hole. And I know it hurts. And I cannot imagine her pain. I don't even have the words to say to try to soothe her. I just don't know what to say. Now, she did say she felt better about knowing that he sent her a message that he was going to get justice. And she has been grieving herself to death. And I just felt so bad for her in that moment, because you could tell those emotions were really real. So then she looks to Latrice, the medium minister. I was like, what is happening? And she says, well, let's try to find your father next. Latrice said, no, ma'am. That's okay. You can go to somebody else. Get somebody else to do it. Not I, said the cat. Don't come over here. And the lady was like, oh, you don't want to do it? She said, no, I'm just not ready for that. She said, no, we don't have to. I'm cool. So then Kerri said, well, you know what? I want to talk to someone. I want to talk to my aunt that passed. So the medium said that she was seeing a lot of blame. So Kerri said, yeah, the blame could be that we could have stepped in. So she said, was this an overdose? Was it self-harm? And her aunt did die by self-harm. She said that it was trauma. And she said, I hear somebody saying sweeping things under the rug. And then Kerri starts getting all emotional, talking about me and my cousin literally say that all the time. Girl, people use sweeping things under the rug every day, B. I don't know. I just wasn't sold because people say that all the time. So after seeing Kerri, Latrice was like, I want to go next. I'm good. She motivated me. I want to hear from my dad. So then the medium said that Latrice's dad said that he was sorry for not being there because he walked away and that he did not contribute to her success, but he is proud of her. And Latrice said, listen, she said at his funeral, she didn't even cry. She said there was no way that I could cry because he was never there for me. So I just didn't. So then she started telling her how, you know, her grandmother is coming in and how her grandmother passed and said that Latrice was her favorite. And Latrice was like, yeah, we joked about that all the time. So they panned the camera to Latishia and she's kind of crying. And she said, you know, Latrice called her when her grandmother passed. So that's something that really touched her. Now, again, I'm not all the way sold on this lady, but it seems like the lady's got something from it. And if anything can make them feel better, then I'm all for it. Moving forward. So she gets up and leaves, and Marie wants to know how Latrice feels after hearing from her dad. Latrice said, well, she did say some stuff that people wouldn't know. So I don't know. I mean, it was cool. She said it was cool hearing it from somebody that's different and not somebody in her family. So then Tambra says, listen, I just want to let y'all know I did not connect with her. I didn't either, Tambra, but I am happy that the ladies felt a release. I didn't connect to her either, but I'm very happy for them. So everybody's getting up and they're getting ready for bed. So Latrice is like, Latishia, let's go outside and talk. Because finally she wants to go outside and have a conversation. They go outside to talk one-on-one and they sit down. She said, I just feel like you thought that I was coming for you. I mean, then Latishia said, I just felt like you could have come to me. But for what? Why? Because then Glenn would have called her a liar and then you would have believed it and then y'all would have been into it no matter what. So what is she coming to you for? So then Latrice said, look, all I can do is move forward with you. And I just feel like you on some FU type stuff. And so I just want to know where we stand. So then Latrice said to her, I just want you to know that I didn't mean any harm. There was no malicious intent. I was not trying to hurt you. So then Latishia said, well, you know, I just feel like everybody you bring around the group, they come for me. Latishia, you're not innocent. Antoinette was right about you. Even though Latrice is the one who propped her up in that seat to speak her speech, she was not wrong. And I don't even like Antoinette. She not my cup of tea, but that's just me. I don't think she was wrong about you, Latishia. I just don't. So then Latrice said, so you feel like I got people coming for you? She said, yes, I do. So then Latishia said, you know, it just really hurt me because we used to be on the phone saying, yeah, we going to do this, we going to do that. And, you know, we were really cool. We talked on the phone all the time. And as soon as Latishia said that, I automatically thought about when Akeisha said at the collective correction that Latrice told her that Latishia wanted to set Willie up in the DMs so that Akeisha could be mad. That's when I knew that was true. That right there told me that was true. Because when Latishia was saying how they would talk on the phone all the time and basically come up with what they were going to do and how they were going to do it, it made me think that Latrice went behind Latishia's back and said to Akeisha, you know, Latishia was trying to set Willie up. He was going to go to the DMs and it was going to be a girl in there and he was going to talk to that girl. I believe it. Allegedly. So she was like, I cannot believe you would do this because you knew what I've gone through in my marriage. So then Latrice said, listen, things were going so fast that night and I really couldn't tell what was going on. I was just drinking and not thinking. And child, not drinking and not thinking. That's worse than Marie blinking and thinking. Y'all know Marie gonna blink, 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 blink. I need a sound effect for Marie and all that damn blinking. She said, look, if I could go back, I would change things. I really would. I would do things differently. So then Latishia said, well, I just, I don't have no animosity, but now I see where Latrice is coming from. And I'm trying to listen to her. But everybody in this season of my life, I just want genuine people around me. Oh my God. I'm listening to you, Latishia, but I am so amused by this conversation because, ma'am, you have done things as well. This entire season is all about this game that y'all played at this pool party. Latrice, let me tell you something. I'm speaking directly to you, honey. You need to take accountability for Amanda and her busting in and saying whatever it is that she said. And Latishia, please direct all anger towards Glenn. All those speeches are wearing me thin. Okay? And I know there's going to be somebody that's going to say, well, Latrice don't need to take accountability for Amanda. She knew Amanda had this in the chamber. And she knew Amanda couldn't wait to say something about it. I don't care how they try to smack it, flip it, or rub it down. It was known, okay? Like they tried to play in our face when they did that scene with them walking down the street. And Amanda was like, and he had his arm around me in the club. Latrice knew that already, okay? The way she was sitting there when Latishia said, have you ever seen anything with your own eyes? Yes, she has. Like Marie said, that's your answer right there. Moving forward. So then Latishia was like, I just can't trust Latrice. This is what she's saying in her confessional. And it's never going to be the same. Girl, please. She forgave you after you tried to physically assault her at that damn reunion. Then she forgave you when you were basically saying that she was an alcoholic with no proof. You heard one person say something and you ran with that all season, basically saying that this lady had a drinking problem. So y'all one and the same if that's the case. So if she can forgive you, then you can forgive her. If you can forgive that trifling man, then you can forgive Latrice. In the next scene, the trip is over. It's the next morning. Everybody's leaving and they're all in their confessional saying a little something. Marie said, yeah, the trip was good, but Kerri played with that food. Selena said, Kerri fits in with this group, honey, and this trip proved it. Girl, you barely in the group. So then Tambra said, it was a good trip, but Kerri, you gonna have to ease up off Jackson. Kerri got in the confessional and basically said, girl, I was a Belle when I got here and I'm gonna be a Belle when I leave. It ain't that hard. Period. And that was the end of the episode. And next week is the season finale. You mean to tell me y'all got less episodes than your first season? What is this? But anywho, if y'all haven't checked out my Ready to Love review, go on over there and check it out. And we'll be back here for the finale next week. Y'all comment down below and I'm going to comment back. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.